special day because a few weeks ago I was scrolling through LinkedIn, and all I saw was it all starts with action. Said, wow, anything to do with action, I'm glued. I'm glued. So I went scrolling through and I was reading this young lady's profile, and I was so impressed. I was so thrown back by what she's about. She's a young, powerful, gifted, talented individual. She's a student. She's a podcaster, a great influencer for the Gen Z generation. And today we're just going to talk about how she started her podcast, life as a student, and as a budding entrepreneur, a wannabe motivational speaker, because that's one of her aspirations, and some life stories that she's got to share with you. She's going to be very, very inspirational to you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your digital hands together for Presence. What a beautiful name. What a beautiful name. Hey, Presence, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am fantastic.
So I'm Presence. I'm 19. I just finished year 13, so my exams got cancelled. Hopefully going to uni this year, and just because of COVID, I got more time on my hands to like really reflect on what I want to do and try it, I guess. And just overcome the fear and just not let that stop me and just see where it goes. And at the moment, I'm really enjoying it.
I love that. So, you know, exams are cancelled, you've maximized your time, and you've just started a wonderful podcast. Tell us what the podcast is called.
So the podcast is called It Starts With Action, and it kind of comes from like realize, because I've always been interested in the personal development industry, but like I could never take proper action because I didn't know I wasn't clear with my like why, my goal. But like really reflecting on my past and talking to different people, it gave me the idea of like everything I did to get out of my like rock bottom. It's all about taking action when I didn't feel like it was the right time. And like people say everything starts with a dream, but I really believe that it doesn't start with a dream, it starts with action, because if there's no action, then like it's always going to be a dream. So that's why it starts with action.
Wow, I love that. I love that. You speak about your dark past or your deep, dark place. What was that?
So it kind of like, my story started from when I was like 9 years old. So I moved from the UK to Hong Kong to study. And because I had no idea how to speak the language, I looked like I'm mixed. So I looked a tiny bit different, not much different. And basically it was the best kind of person to like pick on. So, and like in Asia, you like get ranked on your grades, so like people could see just how bad you were. And I was the bottom of the bottom. So I started to get picked on my like grades for not knowing how to speak, and that was when I had an amazing childhood. Before that, I was really outgoing and all that. But once that bullying started, I became really insecure, quiet, like just dumb. But then I kind of that went on for like maybe 3 years, and then I met like two friends who were really clever, and that kind of motivated me to work a bit harder, and then I ended up like getting like the best grades in the year. But it was through just just wanting to prove people wrong. But like then the bullying stopped, so that's when I realized that so as long as I kind of do what like change myself in a way to like, you know, get to the best, be perfect, then people are gonna like. So that's when I started to become more of like a perfectionist and wanting to be the best of the best always. So I kind of became like a studyholic, I guess. Like I would do nothing but study because that's all because I was really worried about going backwards. I didn't want to be bullied again. So yeah, that's how I just became really good at studying all the time. And then I moved from primary school to secondary school, so a different group of people, completely different, new people. And I started to get picked on for how I looked because I was like, again, I'm mixed, so I have a bigger frame than most Asian people. And I still remember to this day, like there's this one boy who like tells me every day how I look like an alien. And like I don't like, on the outside I'm like really chill and I'm okay with it. Like, I don't want to show that I'm weak, but like in the inside I think it's like the conditioning where you hear like someone calling you an alien every single day. It just like gets to you. And so like from my experience of like being dumb and then working really hard to get grades, then the bullying stopped. I thought, I have to do this again. So I checked how to lose weight. I went on a 1 week diet, and that 1 week diet spiraled into like a few years of anorexia.
Wow.
So then I became obsessed with studying to get good grades and not eating to like be as skinny as possible, because I thought that's what people wanted, and that's what I thought, like, as long as I do that, then I will have friends. So that went on for another few years, to the point where I was so weak that I got sent to hospital. It was like 1 week before like the really big graduation thing where we got all the like trophies and stuff. So I still remember just like the week before, really excited for that day, and then just like one day just in the streets, just like really weak, and got sent to hospital. So then I spent 3 months in hospital to just like
3 months.
Yeah, it was the worst. Honestly, I think hospital is like, I've never been to prison, but I feel like it's probably even worse, kind of, in a way, because you're in pain and you are seeing other people in pain. Like for me, in my hospital, is like, it's not like you get a room to yourself and full of people with the same like eating disorder or something. But I mixed with different people. Like the girl next to me was like had a different health condition, and she was paralyzed for life. So she's been in the hospital for her whole life, and I was next to her for 3 months, just like watching her, just not doing anything, just on the bed. And then other people, young people around me, like maybe their legs, like something happened, just injury, physical injury, pain. Whereas mine was more like mental. Well, it was physical as well, because I was having like heart failure and stuff, because I was really weak. But just like 3 months of like not being with family, seeing all these people suffer, and realizing that I got myself into this place, whereas other people might have didn't have a choice but to like get in. So it's like my fault for like taking these bad actions to like get to a place where like and then also that I realized people, like, I care the most, I wanted to impress the most, they didn't care when I was like at my rock bottom. And that's when I realized, like, wow, I've been chasing this like validation from other people for so long, and I could have died and still no one really paid much attention. It doesn't really matter to them as much. So why am I working so hard? I completely like lost my identity, forgot who I am, and just living for other people and not for myself. So that's when I realized that I need to change. But at the same time, because like once you're in that state of mind, it's just so hard to get out. So after 3 months, I was meant to stay for longer, but I couldn't handle it. So I forced my mom to like sign papers to let me leave. And then I had to like recover on my own. So I went it was just constant, like getting a bit better, going back down, getting a bit more better, going back down. And it wasn't until like maybe 2 years ago that I like finally kind of am at the best place ever. Although like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be 100%. I would say I'm like maybe 95%, but like I'm at the best place I can be, and I feel confident and stuff, and I don't want to live for other people. So that's good.
Wow.
But that's not the end of the story.
Well, so that's just phase one of the story.
Yeah. So the second part is I moved back to the UK because I wanted to like a fresh start completely. Like no one knows me, no one knows my past, and I can just like let that anorexic identity just back in Hong Kong come back. And I said to myself that I'm going to come to the UK, I'm going to meet lots of friends, and I'm going to be a new person. So I went to the school, and then just before I kind of felt a bit more comfortable to like be a bit more outgoing, during the summer holiday, I developed alopecia. So like I lost all my hair in a month.
Wow.
And like that's another like physical like appearance thing again, which is and something that I can't control this time. Like weight I can control, but this hair thing I could not have no control. So I got back to like again self-conscious, scared of like if I said anything, then I don't want to be bullied again. And so I went back to like shutting myself out from the world, just like just back to the depression, anxiety, and all that, and just like not confident in who I am, so who I was. So that just went on for, I guess, until like maybe like end of GCSE, beginning of A level. Like I realized that I can't like, this is a life thing. Like I still have it. This is a wig.
Wow. So it's something that it's still a challenge
Yeah,
as
it
we
is.
speak. Wow.
But like I realized, I can't let this thing, because this is a life thing. I can't predict what's going to happen, and I can't let just this make me just like stop, like block myself from the world for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I don't like hiding who I am, and I just don't want that. And so I became really interested in like what I need to do to get out of that. And I think it all goes back to like mindset and how you think of yourself, self-love, developing confidence, and not caring what other people think about you, because I did for so long. I said I was going to stop, but when I got alopecia, I went back to like really worrying about what people thought again. And so now I am at a point where I don't want that, and I've decided that I'm not going to let that stop me. And I think it's like, from recovering from anorexia, like I lost like maybe like 50 pounds, and I was really skinny, but like just recovering physically and mentally, it's all about taking action even though I didn't feel like it. Like, I didn't want to recover, I didn't want to eat, but like eating every different thing was like another challenge in itself. So it's about just taking action even if you don't want to. And also like I never believed that I would be here today. Like I never believed I would get to a point here today. So if I can get to where I am today, and like a few years ago you asked me if I would be here, I would never believe that. If I did that, then I really believe that like anything else is possible. And I feel like I want other people to also, like go for what they want and not what other people want, and really believe that everything is possible, even if it doesn't feel like it's possible, even if it feels really hard or like just mentally, physically challenging. Like it's possible, but you have to have a clear goal, and you have to like take action. And so that's just hopefully gonna, like, I want to expand on this message, because the more people I talk with, the more I share my story, I realize they also share their story with me, and they have goals, they have ambitions that they want to do, but like so many things are stopping them from doing it, because and that's stopping them from doing what they want to. And I feel like I also have this feeling that I just feel like it's really weird that what I want, like school doesn't teach you much about like personal development and life coaching, motivational speaking and stuff, but like I know I personally have a massive fear of like talking to people, which I'm overcoming now, but I also have a fear of like public speaking, which I know I can overcome soon when this COVID thing is over, maybe.
Of course,
but,
of course.
So like I just feel like it's really weird, but it just lightens, like it's so strong in me that I want to do something about inspiring people to like take action towards what they want. Like Lewis Howes, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, like they really inspire me, and it would be like super cool to like do what they do.
Wow, that was presence. She really inspired us with her story. I don't know who you are, where you are in your life, but if there's one thing we've learned today, it all starts with action. Maybe the one action you might start with today is getting out of your bed and cleaning the room. That's an action, because by cleaning, it's so easy to do, and it's easy not to do. See, the simplest things in life are easy to do and they're easy not to do. But when you do the simple things well and frequently, you start to see gradual change. See, you desire change. That's why you're feeling so anxious. You want that big change, but you look at yourself and say, well, I can't start. Well, you can. It starts with action. What one action are you going to take today that's going to move you one step closer to that dream? It might be 1,000 steps. It might be 10,000 steps. We don't know. But at least when you take that first step, guess what happens? That first step encourages you to take the second step. I'll give you a personal example. I haven't been impressed with the way I've been eating over the last 3 months. We've been on lockdown. I've been working lots. When I've been eating lots, I've been more relaxed and more happy. It's funny. When I'm happy, I eat. When I'm, frustrated, I eat. So I started eating. I realized I'd put on an extra 7 kilograms in weight. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take control. The day I decided to take control was the hardest day. The voices in my head were just screaming, oh, come on, let's have crisp, or let's have ice cream, or let's have this, let's have cereal. So yesterday I said to myself, no, something's got to change. So for the whole of yesterday, I decided to fast. 9 a.m. yesterday till today, I haven't had anything to eat apart from water and just oranges, because they're natural and they go through you. And I'm so happy that I took that one step. And guess what? When I woke up this morning, I was so proud that I didn't give up on that one simple step. One simple step. What one step are you going to take today? If you want to be a world changer, it starts with you changing your world first. And when we see you as an inspiration, we follow you. And if everybody did that, the world would be a better place. Change starts with you. Change starts now. Change starts with action.